Sorry about that. Good afternoon. It's the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm gonna cut that one off and cut that one on. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got a lot of stuff going on. Working on stuff. Good afternoon. I'm Emanuel Livingston for like the fourth time. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. David says that music would take a minute to get used to. Well, don't get used to it. Don't get used to it. That was just there because I promised I would have something. That's not the final stuff. Okay? That's not the final music. But thank y'all for showing up. Y'all know how we do the show. Maybe you don't. Maybe this is your first time ever here. If this is your first time ever here, welcome. Welcome to the show. The name of this show is The Afternoon Experiment. As you can see up here in the corner. I remembered I had to do it backwards. Up there in the corner. My name is Emanuel Livingston. As you can see down there below me. Did I look right? I should be looking this way, right? Yeah. Down there in the corner. My title is The King of Talk. The way we do this is you come in. You say hello to me. Just because you're a nice person. If you're not a nice person, then you say some hateful stuff to me. But you say something, and then I shout you out. You tell me where you are currently located, where you're watching and or listening to this show, and then we move on from there. The show goes downhill after that, because I promise y'all today, I have nothing to talk about. I have nothing to talk about. I've been busy. I've been running. As y'all can see, I'm a little late. I've been busy running. I haven't watched anything, listened to anything, heard anything, none of that. So I have nothing to talk about today. So, yeah, this will be a short show. Because I don't even feel like getting it. Oh, did you ever thought about, I saw this thing and it bothered me. I don't even feel like doing none of that. I don't feel like doing any of that. So if you got something you want to talk about, you can give me a call, 513-717-KING. That's 513-717-5464. If you have something you want to talk about, but I don't have anything today. Somebody, then why you come on if you ain't got nothing? One of my haters, which I love, by the way. I love the haters. But I came on because, I kind of committed to being here, so I'm here. But look, the first part of the show takes care of itself. I say hello to you because you said hello to me. Robert Willis, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Robert. Erica, back where you belong. Right there at the top. One of the top three. See, that's what I'm talking about. Erica, thank you for checking out the show. She's representing Reading. We got Regina Denson Griffin representing Madisonville. Good afternoon, Regina. Good afternoon. Daryl, what's up? Representing Forest Park. He says he's hustling in Forest Park. Brent Beard, representing Dallas, Texas. Good afternoon, Brent Beard. Good afternoon. Thanks for checking out the show. Maria Smith. Nobody's called me all day. All day. And then as soon as I start, the phone rings. First phone call of the day. I promise. Nobody's called that phone all day. Did I get to Maria Smith representing North College Hill? Good afternoon, Maria. Pamela Kinney. She's representing North Avondale. She says good afternoon to me and to all of the experimentalists. I don't know if I like that. I had to see. I had to say it a few times. See if it grows on me. But good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. I think I did say her because I said Regina Denson Griffin. She's representing Madisonville. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thanks for checking out the show. Sea Breeze, what's up? She's representing Boston. All right. Can't beat that. Thank you for checking us out. Let's see. Steban representing Westwood. I was just the comment from Daryl popped up, and that was funny to me. Steban representing Westwood. Good afternoon, Steban. We got David Martin representing Hebron. Hebron in the house. Good afternoon. The old Regal Cinema intro. I only went to the Regal Cinema twice. twice, 2 or 3 times. I remember seeing one of the Nightmare on Elm Streets there. My uncle took us, and we saw one of the Nightmare on Elm Streets there. But I know I saw something else. I can't think of what it is, so I know I went at least twice. Let's see, David. It's good afternoon. He's representing Westchester. Seabree says, why is it raining inside of your clock? I don't know. Brent said, this is not the calming woosah music. I don't know what to tell you. Crystal Hoskins, good afternoon. She's representing the Christ Hospital. Good afternoon. Ron says, hello. Because he's got a thing with a finger pointing, so I figured I would mimic that. Scott in the house representing West Walnut Hills. Scott was hating on me a few, was it yesterday or day before? He was hating on me yesterday or day before. See, I don't see all of this stuff and understand the subliminal messages that's being sent. I'm watching Wyatt and Scott comes in and Scott says, this guy is here every day. Don't think I didn't know what you was talking about, Scott. I got what you was saying. And while I'm not here every day, I'm here some days. That's the best comeback I had. And I've had like 2 days to think about it. I don't even know what that means. But I know you was hating. But it's all right, because y'all know I love to hate. It wasn't hate. It was kind of sarcastic hate. No biggie. Oh, he's fighting with Scott. He always fighting with somebody. He fighting with nobody. I don't want to fight you, whoever you are. Pat, good afternoon, Pat. Good afternoon. Why don't you play 50 Cent like the other hosts? They do their thing. I do my thing, and that's what makes the world go round. Let's see. Twin, here we go, Mr. Extra. See what you go lie about today. All right, Grod. Tanika representing Orlando, Florida. I didn't say Twin, thank you for checking out the show. I appreciate you. As much as you hate, you also support. And that's what more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? There are some people who, I used to say I don't understand it, right? But I do. I get it because I do it. I listen to shows that I don't like just so that I can secretly, in my head, hate on those people. And no, I'm not talking about Lincoln Ware. I outwardly hate on Lincoln Ware when I want to hate on Lincoln Ware. When I don't want to hate on Lincoln Ware, I outwardly say I enjoy his show. But there are some shows that I don't like the stuff I listen to on 700. I don't like those shows. And I secretly be hating on them. Like these racist mother, I be secretly hating on them. But I listen to them. So I can appreciate the haters who still support. You can't beat that. And you say what you want to say about me. I try to be honest. I just try to be honest with people. Tanika, representing Orlando, Florida. Good afternoon. We got Preston and hold on. Good afternoon, and thank you for checking out the show. I don't want to rush over her like she's unimportant. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Preston, good afternoon. Preston's representing Avondale. Thank you for checking out the show. Brenda, representing Fairfield. Thank you, Brenda Early, for checking out the show. I appreciate you. Jeannie Mulholland. Some stuff actually came out that time. Jeannie Mulholland. Happy Thursday to you as well. Brian said, what to do? Experimenters. Listening from Glendale. All right. The #1 jewelry spot in the city. Did you just make that up? Is there like some inordinate amount of jewelry stores in Glendale that I don't know about? I don't know. I really genuinely don't know. I don't know. But thank you for checking out the show, Brian. David says, I'm here for a 2.5-hour show. When that's over, I'm gone. All right. You can't beat that. T. Mikey G. Good afternoon. Appreciate you. The nothing to talk about short shows are the wildest. That means Twin and Ron are about to act a fool. They might not even get a chance. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I got nothing to talk about. How do you feel about Cap being offered a coaching job? I was not aware that he was offered a coaching job. I'll have to check that out. David says the phone line works. That wasn't that phone line. That was my personal phone. Somebody was calling. Cushion House. Kush Rashid says Peace King. He's representing Evanston. Say pull up. I might do that. Nah, I probably won't. I got stuff to do. Let me see. R. Allen says, what's up? He's representing Corain. Thank you. Pamela says she been using that same greeting since day one. And now you're talking about you don't know if you like that. Too bad. It just hit me today. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel orange today. For some strange reason. I feel orange. Hold on. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Y'all forgive me. Hold on. Let's do this a little bit. Desaturate that. Maybe do that. I feel like that might be a little bit better. Ron says you are the king of talk, and I'm the what? What? Something. Oh, you're the thing that's gonna bother me today. Okay, okay. Scott says I did not say anything like that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I saw it in the comments. I saw it. President says, damn, I grew up in the Regal, saw everything that came out in the 80s there. Last movie I saw the Regal was Juice. Nate says, sorry I'm late. What did I miss? Anybody get slandered yet? No, we just started. I'm late. So we ain't slandering yet. We're not slandering yet. Fame, the betting public sports show. He's representing Grossbeck. Thank you for checking out the show. Twin says, Eugene, he says he's repping Kroger. All right. You can't beat that. Oh, let's see. Nakia is in the house. Good afternoon. I thought you was boycotting me. I don't know why. I hadn't seen or heard from you in a while, so I thought you were boycotting me. It's good to see that you're not. I think I saw you there yesterday, but I was like, she boycotted me because you was like, I'm related to them, and then I didn't hear from you after that. I was like, they got her. But no, you're back. So thank you for checking out the show. I appreciate you. Let's see. Cindy in the house. Hey, Cindy Hill. Tria in the house. Said, hey, King and crew, I'm tardy. Miss anything? You missed nothing. I did a countdown. It wasn't the best, but I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. But thank you for checking out the show, Tria. Karen representing the West Side. Good afternoon, Karen Williams. Good afternoon, Karen Dye Williams. Good afternoon. Let me see. Daryl say he can't stomach 700 WLW. I like it. Did the crybaby attention-seeking troll call in today begging E-Man, would you please unblock me? The one that's not actually blocked? No. Nat Turner representing Madville. Good afternoon. Lewis in the house. Lewis Talbert representing Sharonville. Good afternoon. CK in the house. He says he's checking in from the old Boston Market in Hyde Park. That's funny. My OSHA in the house. All right. Good afternoon. Cindy representing Sharonville. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Brian says, that's 100% made up. But it's my story, and I have to believe it's the best. Hey, you can't beat that. Let me see. Brenda Harris says, what's up? Now, Brenda Harris is the one that be hating on me, not Brenda Early, right? Just so I got y'all right. You had two Brendas. you never know which is which, or at least I find it hard to remember which is which. So hello to both of y'all. But Brenda Harris say, what's up? What's up, Brenda? What's up? You know, I love you. I love you. Now, I'm not one of these people who say there's nothing you can do about it, because there is. If you do some really bad stuff, I won't love you no more. I'll hate you. And you don't want to see me when I hate you. I don't hate you. Andre, how do you feel about that judge giving out 93 days because dude cussed in court and the other judge putting handcuffs on that kid at the field trip? I did see a little something about that. I didn't read the story, but I saw a little clip, and that was the kind of headline. So I didn't have an opportunity to read anything, watch anything. So tell me about it. Shahara in the house. Good afternoon, Shahara. She's representing Bond Hill today. All right. Shahara, I have nothing to talk about, so I might pick on you. I'm not going to pick on you. I'm just being silly. Let me see. I think Diane Huddleston Angel. She says, hello, everyone. Hello. Logic Slayer in the house. Good afternoon, King and Kingdom. I like that. All of the subjects of my talk, Kingdom, it need work, but I like that. Let's see. Too many people saying the D word. Did you murder her name? Whose name? Don't scratch your face. I don't like that sound. I'm not even 100% sure what that means. She Manuel, who used my picture. Oh, that's good. I don't know why I look orange today. Let me fix the saturation. Brenda says, you started this, E-Man. I don't even know what you're talking about. What did I do to you, Brenda? Okay, maybe today is the day to end all old beefs, to settle all family business. Brenda, what did I do to hate on you? How did I hate on you? Tell me. Lauren Burt says, hello, Brenda, for the West Side. All right. So that's all the hellos. Preston says, the judge, he was teaching the young adult a lesson. He stated that he'd never been that disrespected in his life. Didn't watch to see what had occurred. Okay. Yes, I don't know. All right, y'all. I think that's the show. I don't have much to talk about at all. Only thing I know is the same thing I knew yesterday. They are still going crazy about Kamala Harris. Y'all know yesterday Donald Trump was supposed to give a speech on the economy. I'm pretty sure his people told him, like, focus, man. Focus. Just talk about your economic plans. That's what you're here to do. You're not here to complain about crowd sizes. You're not here to complain about Joe Biden no longer being in the election. You're not here to complain about the way she laughs. You're not here to... None of that. You're not here for any of that. And he couldn't help himself. And he kept saying, they tell me that this is only supposed to be about the economy because they say that that's important, but I don't know if it's all that important. And then he would go back to, my crowds is bigger than her crowds. And I was like, you can't stop that man from being who he is. And who he is may end up losing the election for him. Twin.
What's up, little man?
Hey, what's up, Eugene?
I would kill you. Why would you do this, man? It's Twin, man. I love this.
What's up with you, Twin?
Nothing, man. I wasn't gonna let you leave that early off the show. I had to mess with you, man.
Well, what's going on? What's on your mind other than politics? Because I know you don't want to talk politics.
You brought up politics and everything. This starting to be like a Lincoln Ware show, a Democrat radio show to me.
Except I'm not on the
You're a
radio.
podcast.
I'm not on the radio.
Well,
Or-
if you
or the radio.
why every time if you go to that TuneIn radio, why it say Emanuel Afternoon Experience or something? It say your name and
They
got your
still have
face.
that's got nothing to do with me. That's them. That means they haven't changed the settings over there. Somebody needs to tell them so they can go in and change it and it will no longer say my name. That's funny. I don't go over there and see that. I did not know my
When you
name
go-
was still on there. That's
when
funny.
you go call back in.
I gave up my calling privileges to get Black Lions calling privileges back, and I haven't called in since the day I did that. So I may never call back in.
Man, Black Lion don't even call in because he won't vote. That's why.
Well,
So therefore, you ain't calling in because you said something about his daughter, right?
no.
You think they blocked you or banned you for saying something like that?
Well, I know they blocked me off of the Facebook page.
Yes or
but
no, man?
I know they blocked me off of the Facebook page, but I don't know if he would take my call or not. I mean, he has, that discretion. So I don't know. But I didn't say anything about his daughter.
I thought you said she was fat or something.
Well, she is, but I didn't
Well,
say
no, yes,
that.
you did say something about it.
No,
Huh?
no, I did not mention his daughter's name.
Well, he took it like that, you did.
Well, okay.
I ain't know, well, you know what you be doing, man. You be extra, man. You know it, just like you admit, you like picking with people, man.
I did not mention his daughter's name.
you talking about yesterday or
She
something, you used to
mentions
choke
my
up.
name, but I didn't mention her name. So
Man, you said fat and everything. We ain't stupid.
anybody can say fat.
No, man, that was direct towards her, man. Get up
What did
out
I
of here with
what
that,
did I
man.
say? What did I
Just
say?
confess to it,
What
man.
did I say?
It was something I remember a little bit that it was something in the chat, and you said ain't nobody talking your fat ass or something.
No,
And then-
no,
it was something
no,
like that. And then,
no,
and I'm like, who he
no,
talking to? And then
no.
people said her name. Yeah, it was.
No, I did
I know
not.
it was fat, your fat ass.
No, you're wrong. I guarantee
No,
I
it
did
was
not
you.
say that.
It
No,
was you, man. It was
actually,
you.
what I said, which you could believe was directed towards her, was she said something about me. I can't remember exactly what it was, and I said, "Ain't nobody worried about no roly-poly blocking them."
And he took it, he got it, and he knew. And he got word and everything, and it was you. So
Well-
I'm going to send your little crybaby twerking ass brother call so you can call in.
Well, I mean, what I said was accurate. So, if people get
It's
mad
not
about it,
accurate.
it is accurate.
She's thick. She's not fat. Stop it, Emmanuel.
That-
I've seen her.
Hold on. That is hilarious. I'm not
No, it's
sure.
not.
Yes, it is. I'm not sure how you define fat. But I
That's
define
thick,
fat
Emmanuel.
by having a lot of fat.
Like your titties.
Yes, I'm
no
fat.
hump, no dig.
I'm
And
fat.
you said you Cookies caused your titties to blow up like that.
All that sugar, yes.
I ain't never heard nothing like that.
You ain't never heard the
You
sugar make you
electricity or
eating a whole
something.
lot of sugar make you fat?
Well, why all these girls with these little bitty committee titties don't blow up then?
Well, I think they get they fat elsewhere, but you apparently think they're thick. So
You something else, man.
what?
I don't know whether to take you serious or what.
You're
Joke
asking me
about it,
questions.
maybe,
I'm answering the questions. You got a right to believe what you want to believe. You believe that fat people are thick. Fine. I believe fat people are fat.
She's not fat. Something like Precious or something like that is fat.
Again, we just have different definitions apparently of fat. I judge fat by having a lot of fat. You judge fat by whatever subjective means you judge fat by.
So you going to see Ricky Dillon, man?
No.
Oh, you know. What about that? What's that dude, Roland Martin tonight?
No.
Oh.
I'm not
thought you'd be-
in a fraternity, so I'm not certain that I'm welcome at that event.
What fraternity?
Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity
You ain't gotta
Incorporated.
be in no damn. It's free, man.
The thing that I saw on the internet said calling all members of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, and
No, it's
then it
free,
was an
man, at
invitation
7
to the
o'clock.
event. So if the
No.
thing I saw, I'm not telling you what you saw. The thing I saw was a call out for
Alex
members
Rowley
of
said it's
Alpha
free if
Phi
you don't wanna go
Alpha.
be there.
I'm not a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, so I just automatically assume the event is not for me. So I'm not going.
No, Alex Rowley said it's free. Start at 7 o'clock, and she want to see you there.
It might
A
be
lot of
free,
people miss-
but I
a lot of
believe it's
people
meant.
miss you.
It might be free, but I believe it's meant for members of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
No, man. No, they can't do that.
Well, of course they can.
They'll love to see. They'll love to see E-Man there.
I don't think so.
You know they miss you since they can't see you on the bus no more. So they
Hey,
want to see you.
and ain't nobody. Hold on, stop. You ain't gassing me up. Ain't nobody missing me. I'm comfortable with that.
Man,
And
how you know that, man? You got love still. Somebody got love for you. Now, if you see Lincoln Ware, that's a different story. You know he gonna block what his short looking ass doing in here. He's been away from the bus. What the hell he doing in here? He gonna cuss in church and all.
well, look, even when me and Lincoln was cool, he refused to shake my hand when I saw him at a school board meeting. So, that's just a part of
He
it.
refused to shake your hand.
Yeah.
He said fist bump, right? Did you fist
No,
bump?
no. He act like he didn't see me.
Oh.
Yeah, I walked right up to
personal
him.
then, huh?
I walked right up to him, and he acted like Stevie Wonder, and just kept walking. Like he didn't see me. Other
Well,
people,
why you ain't try to stand up?
what
Why
part
you
of,
try to stand up on the step ladder and stuff, and so
I
he can
walked
really recognize
right up to him. Scotty was standing
But
next
he
to
probably
him.
thought you was a
Scotty was
13-year-old
standing
or
next
something.
to him, and Scotty shook my hand. Well, actually, I think dapped me up, because, that's what we do. So Scotty dapped me up, and I think Jan Michelle was standing there, and she shook my hand. And he was standing, I don't know if he was in between them, but he was right next to them. And he just... And then later on, when I mentioned it to him, I didn't see you. Like, you saw me. You just decided to not shake my hand, and that's cool.
Well, it's personal then. I can't wait to get on the radio because he said we all should get along. And I'm going to mention you, watch. I'm telling you what I'm going to say. So people can't say, Twin sneak this.
He gonna hang up
I'll
on you.
tell
He
you
gonna
right
hang
here.
up on you, and you're gonna
Huh?
get blocked. Don't do that.
Act like I ain't never been hung up on before. There ain't nothing new. There ain't going to hurt my feelings. You ban me, whatever.
Why are we talking about
It's me.
this? Look, just enjoy,
Now you
enjoy.
don't want to bring it up.
And-
Now you don't want to talk about. You rather talk about Trump and all that, and me.
We've been
disrespecting
talking
Kamala and
about
all
it
that
for
extra
9
stuff.
minutes,
No,
bro. We've been
no,
talking about it
that's-
for
that's
9
all right,
minutes.
though. It's better talking politics, right?
No,
Am I right?
no, you're not.
Yes, I am, man. But when somebody pull your card and everything, it's a different story.
Pull what card?
Right back ain't cheating, man.
What are you talking
Yeah, when
about?
somebody, I'm saying when somebody say something about you or something. We've been talking about it for 9 minutes.
We
Now I'ma
have.
keep going.
Okay,
Just
well,
like
keep
you-
going.
just-
If it makes you feel good, keep going. What else about it?
No, I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person.
What is going on?
That fire bird. No, man, that's why I had to mess with you because you said it was a short show. I said, nah, he ain't leaving this podcast this early. He just got on board.
What did you hear?
You take 15 or 20 just to say 15 or 20 and say hello.
Did you hear that your boy is, thinking about dropping out? He trying to get a position in the new administration?
Who?
RFK Jr.
He dropping out to get an administrator or what?
Yeah, apparently the story is he reached out and, he had a meeting with Trump not too long ago. And the thing he's trying to see is what position can he get in the administration if he drops out and he supports Trump. And, of course, we don't know what conclusion they came to. But then apparently his campaign reached out to Kamala Harris's campaign and asked the same question, like, what if we drop out and we endorse you? Then can I get a position in the administration? So he's trying to see how he can parlay, his little numbers and work a deal so that he can get a position in somebody's administration.
I think he a Democrat. He independent, right?
Sure. Yeah.
He a Democrat, independent, whatever you want to say. Well, go over there with Trump.
So then who
I'll
does
say
that
he's a
leave
Republican,
you?
Democrat.
Who does that leave you to pretend that you're going to vote for?
Cornel West, if he on the ballot.
Okay.
Because either way it goes, I'm not voting for now the Kamala or that dango Kamala or whatever his name, Trump. I'm not voting for them two.
Okay.
I'm cool. This is about to be a dramatic Apollo showtime at the Apollo in Chicago. You'd be surprised if they got R. Kelly on the damn video.
Okay.
It's gonna be something else in Chicago.
But why not?
Palestinians out there.
Can I ask you? I'm not trying to convince you to do one thing or the other. I'm hoping that this is just an honest question and that you can answer it honestly. Why not just not vote for president?
You said what now?
Why not just not vote for president? Like, what is your vote for Cornel West?
No.
What is the meaning behind it?
He got a good policy.
What policy?
He got a good policy.
What policy?
Man, there's so much in there. He got a good policy. I know a little bit I read of it.
Well, what have you heard that's good?
He got a good policy.
I haven't
can't really.
Hold on. I haven't read or heard anything about Cornel West's platform. So that's why I'm asking you. You say you've read it. I'm asking you, name one or two good things in there.
I don't know off rip, but I know it's good. It's better than what they ain't said nothing, made up no policy yet. But it seemed like it was for the people. I'll have to look on my phone and everything like I do and go back and I'll give you the info on it.
So something is for the people, but you don't know what it is. That happens.
No,
I
not off
understand.
here.
I understand.
No, you don't, because you probably saying I'm a lie. I know what's going through your mind right now.
You don't know what's going through my mind. You have no idea.
I know
you say you read it and that you like it, but you don't remember anything about it. That makes sense to me on some level. There's a lot of things that I've read, seen, and liked, and if you ask me one detail about it, I don't remember. I just know that I liked it.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know, man. I probably won't vote. Who knows? But I'm gonna vote local. I hope they ain't on the. They probably all be on the same ticket, right?
Who?
Like, want to be like on the same ticket, like Trump, Kamala, and then local and all that. Can you skip over them and just vote local?
Yes. You don't have to vote on
You
anything that you don't want to vote on.
All right. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do local. I ain't going to do that president thing. I'm going to skip over there.
Okay.
But I am going to vote because I just registered like 3 weeks ago.
All right. Have you voted before?
So I'm
Would this be your...
I voted twice.
Okay.
When I got out the joint, I met he was coming through the parade, so I met Obama and Michelle. They were the Grand Marshals at the Bud Billiken parade.
Mm-hmm.
So I met them standing on the side.
You mean you saw them? I have a problem with you saying you met them. You saw them.
I ain't mad. You know, I shook his hand and everything and gave her a hug. I met them.
You saw them.
I mean, saw them. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, well, whatever. You know what I mean, man. Dang.
I wasn't sure. That, like, if I'm like, I met so-and-so, that's like, but somebody just walking down and like, I met him, like we hung out at the club or something like that. Like, you saw him in a parade. That's a little different than, I met him.
I shook the man's hand like, I hope you win. That's what I said. What I said. I hope you win, and then I gave her a hug.
Okay.
And then after that, I voted for him because being first black president in our era and everything, I thought he really was gonna do something. I voted for him, and then the second time I didn't vote for him, and I didn't vote for Biden. I voted for Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, but right now this Apollo show to me, man.
All right. I have to hold on. Okay, I have to ask. and I think I've asked this before, but I'm not sure. Why did you
got
vote
all
for?
this twerking, man.
Why
you got all this?
Why did you vote for Trump the first time?
He gave us some money, man, and then he let all this inflation down.
Hold on, stop. Whoa. He hadn't been in office the first time to give you any money. I'm saying the first time.
Yes,
why did you vote for him? He was running. He hadn't been in office.
I thought he was gonna make a change and everything since Obama really didn't do nothing.
Okay.
I thought he really was gonna make a change for us. I mean, the gas and everything else was down when he was in office, man. If you look at it, it was down. As soon as that COVID and everything took flight, which they set up the government, it was all over.
I think y'all be looking at that stuff wrong.
No, they tried to kill us, Emanuel.
Now I think I think y'all be looking at that stuff wrong. Like
from the monkeypox to the other disease. No,
there's a part of me.
Take us out, Emanuel.
There's a part of me that feel like y'all don't understand how things work.
Emanuel, why they keep going to the satellite? Well, let me know what's up there.
What?
Let me know what's up there. Let the people know. Y'all.
What are you
running to that satellite all the time, or whatever, up in space?
Hold on, you talking about the International Space Station?
You hear me?
I think.
Yeah. What's up there, man? Let us know.
Space. They do. I don't know everything that they do up there.
Cyber attacks and everything.
No, they don't do
then
cyber.
They got the AI and everything.
I don't think
the AI and everything.
No,
man,
I don't.
On and,
I don't
man,
think that's
crazy.
a space thing.
There ain't nothing but a mark of the beast about to go on, man. The mark of the beast.
What?
You can go up in there now, Emmanuel, and just touch the skin and thing and everything done.
What we talking?
You know that?
I don't even know what we talking about. What are we?
I'm talking about this new AI stuff I saw.
But you think that's got something to do with the space station?
No, man. No. I'm just saying how the government works, man. It's crazy. Try to take us out. And then to make us happy to give us a stimulus check, and they know us black folks ain't go invest in, so they know we go give it right back. It's crazy, man.
I think most people gave it right back. I think that was the point of the stimulus check. Wasn't we're going to give you, man. But the point wasn't let's give them a little bit of money to invest. The point was let's give people money to stimulate the economy. That's why it's a stimulus check.
No, stimulate your mind. That's what they gave it to you for, to stimulate your mind. Because they know us black folks ain't going to do right. They going to give it right back. They going to back Gucci and everything else.
But no, I think almost everybody who got a stimulus check went out and spent it because that's what it was for. The stimulus check wasn't to create generational wealth or anything like that. The stimulus check
what about
was
that
to
PPE loan though.
What about what?
The PPE loan.
The PPP loans. What about them?
That was a setup too.
How?
How the government, they knew it was really strictly for what? For their employees and everything.
Okay.
But now some people took advantage because they knew people was going to mess it up. They know damn well people ain't got no damn job or no business like that. They going to mess it up. They know. They don't too much. That's why I never liked the government or whatever when I was little. I mean, they taught us in school about voting and everything. But my family really ain't, to be honest, my family ain't talk about no vote when I was coming up. It was about Jesus, man.
Jesus and gangs.
How you can build this, build that. Huh?
Jesus and gangs.
Jesus and gangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I'm not. You've said previously that a number of your family.
Said that. I didn't say that. You said gang.
Hold on. You've said previously that a number of your family members were in kind of that gang life, and so you were already kind of predisposed to that.
Okay, let it be. But I ain't said. I just said Jesus. You said add the extra stuff on.
I was just trying to fill out the picture.
No, you can't fill out the blanks for me. Let me fill out my own blank.
Well, but you be leaving blanks blank. You be leaving blanks blank, and then that doesn't fill out the picture.
You ain't the right teacher to fix no problems.
Well, that's not true. If you would have listened to me, you'd be married by now.
Man, my head be busted right now listening to you.
You'd be married and happy.
I'd rather listen to
and little man would have been breastfed.
Fuck you.
I'll tell you, if you would have listened to me, I told you what to do.
You said let be breastfed. You full of it. Hey man, you get me laughing. Hey, I'm gone, man.
Twin, I appreciate you calling in, man.
Much love, man.
All right. That's Twin. He enjoyed that last piece. Yeah, I think a lot of y'all look at these presidential these terms, like y'all look at some of them, I think maybe wrong. And I heard an analogy, and it made sense. It's sometimes it's hard to explain it, but I think this analogy captured it. This is not mine. It's not original. I didn't come up with it, but it helps, right? So when George Bush was in office, and we had what people refer to as the Great Recession, think of it as building a skyscraper. When George Bush left office, wasn't nothing but a crater in the ground. A huge crater that had to be filled before you could begin to build the skyscraper. Barack Obama took over that economy. He filled that crater in, and he built about 100 floors of a skyscraper at the same pace, just constant, steady pace. He got up to like floor 100, gave it over to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, everybody, the economy was great under Donald Trump. It was the best economy ever, because that's what he inherited from Barack Obama. And so for a little bit, he built those, floor 101, floor 102, floor 103, floor 104. And then it crumbled. And then it was another big crater in the ground by the end of his 4 years. Now, you could say whatever you want to say for why it fell and collapsed, tumbled. If it wasn't for the pandemic, if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for that, he had the economy humming. And then Barack had the economy humming. He picked up the skyscraper at floor 100, built about 5 floors, and then it crumbled. So then they gave it to Joe Biden. He's got a crater in the ground. Now he's filled up the crater, about up to floor number 50. He's building, but if you give it back, it's not as good as it was under Trump, because when Trump got it, it was already at floor 100. In his one term, he's got it back up to like 50. If you give it back to Donald Trump, has he shown us that he could put another 50 floors on there? Or are we looking at another collapse? Maybe if you give it to Kamala and she kind of keeps some of those policies going and maybe does different things, then it'll be up to floor 100, 101, 102, 103. Because if you think about it, when Bill Clinton got it from George Bush, it was a crater in the ground. Bill Clinton built it up to floor 100, gave it to George H.W. Bush first, gave it to Clinton, the crater. He built it, gave it to George W. Bush, crater. Crater. Barack built it, gave it to Donald Trump. Crater. Joe's building it. Ron.
Now.
Good afternoon. Hold on. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, fucking sir.
I think we should start with some pleasantries, man, before, it get out of hand, so people understand that we not beefing.
Oh, no. See, if we not beefing, people, look, see it. Anyway, I don't care about these people, what they think. Listen, but then again, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Because you taking, so, okay. When Donald Trump had the meeting with all the top corporate heads, business, free business, and tech companies, all of them, and they decided that they were going to come out of that meeting, and they were going to give those tax breaks to those individuals. Those individuals.
Which individuals? Those are the companies. Okay.
All the Googles and Musk and Bezos, all those people, all them people got tax breaks. All them people got tax breaks. Now, what they did when they got those tax breaks, if you remember, they started hiring. Okay? Now you said that
let me just say, I don't remember that. I can't say with 100% certainty that that's true, but go ahead.
You said that Trump inherited the things that Barack Obama built.
Correct.
Now, you do realize he was responsible for that housing crisis.
Who was?
Okay.
Who was?
Okay.
Who was?
Barack Obama.
How was he responsible for the housing crisis?
And you do remember that he was responsible for all those bailouts of those companies. You do remember that?
Wait. Hold on. I want to make sure.
Shit.
Can I answer?
No, you always ask me. You always ask me a question when I'm asking you a question.
I'm trying to answer. I'm not trying to ask you a question. You asked me a question. I'm just trying to answer.
Answer it.
Okay. The auto industry fell off under George W. Bush, and so
I don't give a fuck.
You asked about the bailouts for the auto industry.
I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that, and that's what you always do to me. You always say, "Oh, answer the question." I didn't ask.
Okay, well maybe I misheard the question. What was the question?
When you remember when Barack Obama bailed out all those companies?
Yes, because of what happened under George W. Bush.
No.
Yeah.
Because see, but he bailed them out. All those rich companies, he bailed them out. In the midst of that, it was a housing crisis. Now, Trump inherited that housing crisis. Trump inherited that bailout.
No, he didn't.
Trump inherited.
No, he didn't.
Oh, wait a minute. So he inherited the good economy, but see that.
Because by the time Trump got in office,
you know what?
That stuff had worked itself out.
It's a trip.
The bailouts worked.
You will sit there. Now you sat there and you say it, and it's true. You're going to say that's not how it works. It's fucking how it works, because everything that Trump did, or everything that Obama did, because he built the floor from the ground up. Oh, it was a hole in the ground. Built it up. Now, he didn't. He built it up, and Trump inherited what he built. What he built. What he built.
Hold on.
Said it.
Hold on. Can I? May I?
You said it.
Oh,
You said it. He inherited what Obama built.
That's right.
Now, Now he had to deal with the housing crisis.
No, hold
He
on.
had to deal-
When do you think the housing crisis happened?
All right, hey, Emanuel, it's a trick. Like you can't have it both
No,
ways.
I'm
bro.
asking a simple question. When do you think the housing crisis happened?
Fucking ways. You can't have it both fucking ways.
Ron.
And like I said,
Oh my
you
goodness.
gotta wonder
When do you think the housing crisis happened?
Cut by Emanuel.
See, that's the thing. I see all y'all saying it. And I knew it, but like that was 2008. Remember the auto bailouts? That was all of that stuff was early in Barack Obama's first term. By 2016, we were out of that. The Great Recession was over. I know some real estate people, and things were looking really good in the real estate market by 2016, which is when Trump took it over. You think the housing crisis lasted for the whole 8 years and then Donald Trump took it over and fixed it? The economy was good. It was. It was. So I'm not 100% sure what it is that he's thinking. And why not just answer the question? I answered the question. Emanuel, you bogus. Let him leave early. What? Just answer the question. When do you think it started? You try to put that on, oh, he handed Donald Trump a housing crisis. He didn't. And Ron, I'm not even telling you that, Donald Trump is a bad guy and he didn't do a great job for the economy. I'm not telling you that. Because I don't want to tell nobody what to think. That's a part of why I ask questions. So that we can hear, do you know this or do you not know this? Are you just kind of parroting talking points, or do you have knowledge of the situation? And if you have knowledge of the situation, then logically walk me through it. Caller?
Hey, Emanuel.
Hello.
This is Scott.
Hey, Scott.
First thing, I did not say that, but anyway.
Yes, you did.
Now, you know I don't normally call.
You don't.
But people have to realize the housing crisis happened before Obama took office, which was 2008. Then secondly, Donald Trump only had a good economy because of COVID. It's called supply and demand. Gas prices went down because nobody was allowed to drive. Prices went down because nobody was allowed to shop. So then they said it's a good economy. Well, if he had left Obama's infectious disease department in place, we might not have got hit by COVID so hard to begin with. But as soon as he took office, he got rid of that whole department.
Okay.
So as soon as some of your viewers and callers will do their research and understand what happened, then you'll have a better understanding. That was it.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Anyway. Bye.
All right. Ron says, how can Trump have a bad economy because of COVID and then have a good economy because of COVID? Well, here's what it is, Ron. If you're saying that lower prices means a good economy, which is what a lot of y'all say. Like, oh, inflation is up, the economy is so bad, people can't buy stuff, which ain't true. People are shopping. Like, I heard, I think it was yesterday, I heard that some new numbers came out. I'm not even talking about the inflation numbers. I'm talking about like consumer confidence numbers, and that people are shopping more now than, I don't want to say ever before, but consumers shopping is way up. And if you look at stuff like that and you're like, oh, but when I go to the grocery store, then I pay a whole lot of money for my groceries, and so that means the economy is bad. Then that's why you would look at it and say, well, prices were down. That was Trump's good economy. But, Scott makes a good point. Sure, gas prices were down because nobody's out there driving. Believe me, I can tell you, them streets was empty. I was loving it. I was an essential worker. I would get on the highway in the morning, and I would be like me and one other person on the highway. And I'd be like, oh my God, everybody is just chilling. So wasn't a whole lot of people buying gas. So, that supply and demand thing. Very little demand, the price comes down. So that's why people can say, oh, he had a good economy. Oh, he had a good economy. Y'all say that. Oh, he had a good economy. But a lot of people wasn't making a whole lot of money. We know a whole lot of people lost their jobs. So some people look at stuff like that and they're like, it's a bad economy if the unemployment rate and job losses and all of that kind of stuff. So it all depends on what metric you're using. That's why I say if you're looking at it from the standpoint of the metric that y'all like to use now, prices are high. The economy's bad. Inflation is down. Biden's created more jobs. I hate when people say that. Biden didn't create jobs. But using the metrics that y'all use. Yes, and prices do gradually go up over time. Which is why we not still paying a quarter for a bag of chips. I still remember a quarter for a bag of chips, y'all. Actually, I think I still remember 10 cents. But I kind of feel like I'm making that up. I definitely remember 15 cents for White Castles. People act like the price should still be 15 cents now if the government was doing what they supposed to be doing. Like, no, over time, prices do kind of creep up there. But again, like I said yesterday, and for whatever reason got cussed out for, I'm not an economist. I can't. I took some economy classes, microeconomics, macroeconomics, and, a couple more. I took some economy classes, but, I knew I wasn't never going to be no economist. Jerica says, who cussed you out yesterday? Ron. Ron, when I said I'm not an economist, that's that bullshit. I'm not an economist. How is that bullshit? I'm not an economist. I'm just telling you the truth. Scott says 5 cent now and laters. Nobody calls them now and laters. Bro, yo proper white side is showing. Ain't never heard nobody be like, go to the store and get me some now and laters. They now laters, nigga. What you now and laters? Just ignore the little and sign. The ampersand. Ignore that. It's all one word. Now later. Cindy, ain't even no space in between. It's just now later. Everybody know that. But I do remember when they was cheap. I did not see Tyrese singing the national anthem. I did not. Hold on. Y'all, again, I don't have very much to talk about, though. Oh, I was saying they tried to get Mr. Trump to say, just stick on the economy. He couldn't do it. They are in for a really, really hard time trying to get that man to stay on point. And they got to figure something out because the convention is coming up. The convention is coming up. What else? What else we got? What else we got? I don't have anything else to talk about because Scott brought it up and said it wrong. It did just make me think, and y'all know me. And I got to get out of here again. It's going to be a short show. What was your favorite candy growing up? What was your favorite candy growing up? Mine was really anything grape and or chewy. Grape or chewy. Because while you had now laters, I don't know, people, and a part of me is thinking I'm making this up, but remember Weiler's had some sweet candy stuff shaped like now laters, but they were kind of chewy. I never really liked now laters. I didn't like hard candy, but I like those Weiler's thing. They just weren't as widespread as popular as now laters. Ooh, I hated Boston baked beans. I hated Boston. I never understood people who like Boston baked beans. It's making me mad even thinking about it. I'm sorry. It's making me mad thinking about it. What was Boston? Like peanuts with cinnamon and sugar around it. Yes, Nikki, that is what's wrong with Twin. He was eating Boston baked beans. Janice say squirrels. I hated squirrels. Hated squirrels. Good and plenty. Who said good and plenty? Black licorice with a candy shell. Reasonable people don't like black licorice. Mary Jane's. I'm trying to remember Mary Jane's. In my mind, I know I'm conflating squirrels and Mary Jane's. Seabree says, squirrels, is that a real candy? Yeah, it was a real candy. Squirrels is a real candy. That wasn't what they were called. That's just what people called them. Man, no, they were called squirrels. Okay. I'm sorry, I just put up a picture of them. They were actually called squirrel nut caramel. Squirrel nut caramel. I'm not making it up. We're squirrel nut caramel. Caramelized squirrel nut. Seaweed says, are they discontinued? I'm not certain. I'm not certain. Oh, Chico sticks. Hated Chico sticks. There was this girl living in Hawaiian Village. When I lived in Hawaiian Village. Hated Chico sticks. I hated Chico sticks. And well, I don't know why. Because I guess we were mean kids. We used to call her Chico. She was a thick girl. But we used to call her Chico, and she hated that. I don't even know why. I don't know that I ever seen her eating a Chico stick. We used to call it Chico. Chico. And she used to get so mad. But because I don't like coconut. So, if candy has any coconut in it, I don't like nuts in my candy. So if it's got nuts in it, we don't like that. We being me. We don't like that either. So, yeah, if it's just so you know, coconut and nuts, not good. Not good. Except for payday. Payday is different for some reason. I don't know why we called that girl Chico. But you like squirrel nuts. No, I'd never liked those. Janice said she liked those. I never liked those. Milk Duds was okay. Chico sticks are... Oh, wait a minute. I saw Vanilla French Chew. Vanilla French Chews were really good. They were really good. Do they still sell those? Because I used to freeze them. If you freeze them, boom, 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 you can crack them up. Then you let them thaw out, and they still, so you don't have to, pull the thing off. Because, when they get warm, they get really stretchy. So you freeze them, crack them up, then let them thaw out. Again, Ronald, anything grape, just about, I was on board with. And the strawberry Charleston Chews, yes. Jerica, I told the story about the gum with the stuff in it. I'm not telling that story again, but yes, I liked it. I liked it. Sour Patch Kids, that's not something from growing up. Because Sour Patch Kids didn't really come out. All that sour candy, that didn't come out till later. When I was growing up, or maybe in my neighborhood, when I was growing up, we didn't have sour candies and all of that kind of stuff. We had regular old candy. Seabree says Sour Patch Kids were a staple. That was like y'all 90s kids or something. Janice talk about Mary Jane's. Hold on, what is Mary Jane's? I think I didn't like those either. Mary Jane's. Yeah, I didn't like those. Those remind me of squirrels. I didn't like Mary Jane. Janice, you liked all the old school candy. Color Bubbles bubble gum. I never even heard of that. I see Dots. Dots, they existed. I mean, they was decent. They was decent. Elder Ezekiel Jackson. Maybe it's a preacher thing. It's a preacher thing because he talk about now or laters too. Elder. It's now laters. It's not now and laters or now or laters. It's now laters. Jericho talk about tell it. Anything that squirted in my mouth was a no-go. Well, I hope you outgrew that. I hope you outgrew that. Jericho say she liked Pop Rocks. I think I saw Chelsea say Pop Rocks. Y'all was living dangerously because everybody know that Pop Rocks could kill you. If you ate Pop Rocks and then you drank some pop, they could explode in your stomach and you could die. Everybody knew that. I wasn't willing to risk it. I wasn't willing to risk it. I never liked the Tootsie Roll Pops. It was something about the Tootsie Roll in the middle mixing with the candy shell that kind of messed both of them up. So I never liked that. And I didn't like Blow Pops. I saw somebody who said Blow Pops. Who said Blow Pops? Jeffrey. I didn't like Blow Pops because as you would see, when I have to talk about this stuff, then it's going to end up, sounding gay. But I'm not gay. I am not gay. I have a 54-year, unblemished. I say almost because I'm not quite 54 yet. I have a 54-year unblemished record of staunch heterosexuality. Okay? But when you suck in a blow pop, I always hated it because it would get where the candy and the gum met. It would get a sharp edge on it. And it would always cut the roof of my mouth. The candy would develop these sharp ridges in them as well. And they would cut the roof of my mouth. I always hated that. And yes, I said mouth. M-O-U-F. Maybe it's 2 F's. That's what blow pops always bothered me. Al Johnson also said blow pops. They cut the roof of my mouth. I couldn't really mess with them. Cherries, I like the cherries because now you get into the realm of penny candy, and them little Michigan cherries we always called them. Yes, sugar babies. Rick Owens says sugar babies. Yes. Tootsie Rolls, always good, always good. I'm scrolling. Fruit by the foot. You a young person. See, like you and Chelsea coming up with stuff like that. I guess that's still candy, but that's not candy like back in the day candy, which our candy ain't candy like Janice's candy, because Janice is coming up with you know, the squirrels and Mary Janes. That's when we would go out trick or treating and get those. I always thought this is old people candy. And I always wanted to ask my mama, you want some of this candy? Because in my mind, that was the candy that my mama used to eat as a kid. Chelsea talk about, I ain't said nothing like that. You kind of did. When you talk about Sour Patch Kids, that all go in that same little category there. She Manuel says sprees. The chewy sprees. I like the hard ones too, I guess, but I prefer the chewy sprees. Chiclets. Chiclets was good for about 45 seconds. Chiclets was good for about 45 seconds. There was the candy, you put the gum in your mouth, you chew it for 45 seconds. You might tolerate it for a whole minute, and then it's not sweet anymore. Fame.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Fame, I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm pleasant, per usual. Just a couple things y'all were talking about earlier. Well, as far as movie candy, things like that, sprees and whatnot, I'm a chocolate candy guy. So anything, Raisinets, I'm a chocolate. Yeah, I love Raisinets. They're delicious. You know what I'm saying? And
something wrong with you. I think you can tell a lot by the candy that a person used to eat. And people who ate Raisinets were crazy.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to be offended by that or anything.
You're not. It's just factual.
It is facts.
Yeah.
I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? George Jetson, my neighbor. I'm way out there. You understand me? It's just, hey, I just want to say that that judge that put that, I get what he did.
Hold on, wait. Before you give me commentary on it, can you tell me what happened? Because I didn't see the story. I saw the headline or whatever, but I didn't see the story. Can you tell me what happened?
It was like some middle schoolers on a field trip to the courthouse.
Okay.
And apparently one of them was, they wasn't doing anything violent or anything like that. They was just being mad disrespectful, rude, things like that. And so the judge locked them up. Kind of like some scared straight type of shit. Locked them up.
Where did this happen?
Somewhere around the Midwest, I want to say.
Okay.
If I remember right. Somewhere in the middle. It might have been Michigan. I forget, but it might have been Michigan or... I apologize. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, the judge did that, and that, like I said, there's a part of it is the scared straight, because he kind of teaches teaching the student the importance of citizenry, respecting the court, coming down there, being on your proper decorum and things like that. But at the same time, he literally illustrated the school to prison pipeline. And it's that was the most tone deaf shit you could have done, Judge. You know what I'm saying? It's
now,
because, the kids, we've been hearing about that for years now, about how these public schools, all they do is prepare kids to go to jail, preparing our kids to go to jail and things like that. And they're, institutionalized and all that kind of indoctrination. And then you do something like that.
Now, was the
middle schooler?
Was the judge African American?
I couldn't glean that from the report I read.
Students, were they black?
I was under the impression that it was a black. I was under the impression it was a black student and a white judge. How that maybe I don't know if that was just my own personal bias or I read that in the story. Like I said, because I kind of glanced at it this morning, how tone deaf can this judge be doing that to a kid?
That does sound wild. Look, let me tell you, Fame, I've never been one for, all of this fake decorum and, all of that kind of stuff. I understand respect. But, stuff like, oh, you have to wear a tie. Because there was a time when, I remember getting fussed at by a judge on a traffic case because I didn't have on a shirt and tie. And I'm like, please. Damn. You know what I'm saying? You out your mind. Well, when you come to court, you got. I never went for nonsense like that. Like, as long as I show up and I'm somewhat presentable and I show respect to people who deserve respect, I'm not with all of this extra nonsensical decorum and all of that. I think people go too far with stuff like that. And that kind of sounds to me like maybe what happened in this situation. But again, I'm just going based on what you just said because I don't know much about it at all.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's a really weird story. It's just so bizarre. Like it's almost shocking to the conscience.
But there's a lot of people
on some level.
There's a lot of people out here who believe in tough love and teaching harsh lessons and all of that kind of stuff. Like they believe this is the way you teach young people. You punish them for everything that they do. You punish them.
Especially to black kids and black boys. Black boys are not allowed to be boys. And black kids, general rule of thumb, society, especially amongst black elders, that Lincoln Ware generation, and slightly younger and older, those people, expect black people to have the proper decorum of a full-fledged adult by the time they're 12 years old. And it's like, damn, let black kids be kids sometimes. Quit making them babysitters at 10. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Let them be kids sometime. But that's another subject for another day. And you mentioned Colin Kaepernick. I don't care that he's back. I would not want him on my team. He's a quitter. He's about himself. He's selfish. He's not a football player. He's more of a basketball player. Those are basketball attributes, the stuff he does. Quitting on his team and whatnot. Not wanting to fight and face adversity, claiming racial hoaxes. What a sucker this guy is. What a clown. And he got paid from it. Got a little Nike shoe deal, a Netflix series that ain't came back on because it was so whack. I got no love for that guy. Sorry.
You hate the man because he stood up for black people.
He didn't stand up for black people. He used black people to front.
Nobody would have said anything if they'd have just left him alone and let him take his knee.
Yeah, because he knew he was getting benched, so he tried to cause a distraction.
Okay, even if let's say he's getting benched. Let's say he's getting benched. During the national anthem, him taking a knee. If everybody just ignores him and let him do what he does, it wouldn't have been a distraction. It wouldn't have been nothing. It would have just been one dude taking a knee over on the side, bothering nobody.
Or he's the precursor to the judge and the middle schoolers and just doing too damn much that ain't necessary.
How was but the story as I heard it, he was sitting down at first. He was sitting down at first, and then allegedly a veteran is the one who said you should take a knee. So
you ever been to a ball game where somebody was sitting down or had their ball cap on while the national anthem's played?
I'm usually that guy.
Like, go upset over that.
I'm usually that guy.
Right. So a ball player doing the same, like, dude, you're a cornball. You're a cornball. You're off every Tuesday. Go talk all the shit you want on Tuesday.
He wasn't saying anything. He was sitting down, minding his own business.
Yeah.
Aren't we supposed to be in a land of freedom?
On his own.
Aren't we supposed to be in a land of freedom where you can just do what you want to do as long as you're not hurting anybody?
you ain't never been more right. And among those freedoms are allowing somebody to stick a hand up your ass and control you like they did with Colin. He's a puppet.
I think you're really kind of ignoring the idea that if they'd have just left him alone and let him do what he was doing, it would have drawn no attention.
They wasn't going to let him do what he was doing.
So then that's their fault. That's their fault. He wasn't.
He knew
he
what
was
he was
sitting
doing.
down minding
He knew
his
what he was
business.
doing.
That's not causing a distraction. He can't help.
Okay.
Like when I go to a game,
an angry light skinned guy. An angry light skinned guy ain't gonna cause a distraction. Stop.
Fame. When I go to a game and they do the national anthem, and I don't stand up, and I keep my hat on if I got one on, how am I causing a distraction? Everybody else do what you want to do. Don't pay any attention to me. And then when it's all over, everybody sits down and we enjoy the game. How am I causing a distraction because somebody else want to cause a distraction?
Because you know that's a part of the ceremony of the game. Why would you do that?
Because I don't have to participate in that portion of that ceremony.
Well, then don't come out to your seat until it's over. Till that portion of the ceremony is over.
That doesn't even make sense.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, it does. You don't have to go out there. You don't have to go and take your seat,
already sitting
right
down, bro.
You know,
I'm already there. I'm already sitting down.
Well, then you're looking for trouble. You're Beyonce
No,
going into
I'm minding
country
my
music. You're looking for
business.
trouble.
And typically what happens is nobody says anything. People leave me alone. They let me sit there. They do what they do, and we go and enjoy the game. Every once in a blue moon, somebody does have something to say. But typically that's not the case. So you can't say that the overwhelming majority of people who are ignoring me are the problem, but the person who want to make a scene is the only one in the right.
Just out of curiosity, when that person accosts you, what's your reaction? Are you like, man, are you Martin Luther King and, kind of thoughtful about it? Or are you like, F you, I paid for these seats. I can do what I want to do. I'm Emanuel Livingston and I'm him.
Depending on the way that it's done, typically I laugh at them initially. And then sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes if I laugh at them and then that offends them even more, then I start cussing back at them and, what you want to do.
I was just curious, some told me, like, I just got this strange feeling, like, you do seem like the type of dude that be out there, like, looking for trouble.
Yeah, I know,
like,
not at all.
Want that smoke.
No, actually, I just want to mind my own business. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people who want to sit and mind their own business, they're not the problem. The people who want to force them to do what they want, because I'm not telling nobody else, you got to sit down because I don't believe in standing up. But you're trying to tell me because I don't believe in standing up, I got to stand up because you believe in standing up. You're trying to force your beliefs on me. You're the problem, not me.
I'm just going to say this before I hang up, okay? I don't believe none of that. The reason why I don't...
Hold on, you don't believe
that
what?
You just go to a game and that you just go to a game and mind your business.
Yeah.
The reason I don't believe that is because you have an eponymous podcast. Pardon me.
Nobody knows me when I go out, except for the few people that know
me. You
me.
have a podcast with your name on it. That means you want to be heard. So stop fronting, B. Hey, Emmanuel, that's 2 days in a row, man. This is like, I don't remember the last time this happened, but it's always a pleasure. And we'll try it again the next time you're on. But until then, I need you and your listeners to be safe.
That's fame. Yeah, normally I'm just minding my own business. I really do. I sit there. They do their thing. And then life goes on. And it is rare. It is rare that someone says something. I'll admit, a lot of times I get looks, but people typically don't say anything, which I got no problem with. You look at me however you want to look at me. That don't bother me. You ain't got heat vision. You know what I'm saying? It don't hurt. And then you can say whatever it is that you want to say. I typically just laugh at people when they got something to say. It's normally some F words and stand up for the anthem and you're anti-American and all of that nonsense. And I just laugh at them and shake my head. That's my response. Some people don't like to be laughed at, so then they want to take it to the next level. And then you're like, okay, well, what you want to do? Now, when I say that, I have no intention of fighting anybody. It's a legit question. So what do you want to do? You want to physically assault me because I don't believe the way that you believe, but you're professing how much you love America and one of the freedoms being my right to sit down? You love America so much, you love its freedom so much that you want to beat me for exercising mine. See that? It's laughable, which is kind of why I laugh at him. And I ask him, really, I do. I say, so what you want to do? Do you want to beat me up? You want to force me against my will to bend to your will? You want to take my freedom away so that I can really appreciate America? I try to show them how ridiculous their anger and desire to fight me is. Typically, it's not a problem. But I see Nate did ask me if Colin Kaepernick gets a job as a coach. Ooh, I'll have to get out with some thought. That's not what he wants. But if he takes I don't know. I have to consider it. I have to see. I don't know if him getting a job as a coach Ron says, I bet it's what he wants right now. Well, it's not what he said. I read a couple days ago, he was saying he is still wanting to start as a quarterback. He's wanting a chance. He knows he's old, but he's not quite as old as, say, Aaron Rodgers, who's starting. He's the same age as some other quarterback who's starting. And I don't know who it was. They said the name, but I don't remember. I want to say Jay Cutler, but I don't know if he's still in the league or not. I might be making that up. But he was saying, if those guys can start and they're older than he is, he should be given an opportunity to start, to try out, to see if he can get on a team. So apparently right now, it is still what he wants. So whether or not he accepts a coaching position, I don't know. And if he accepts a coaching position, will that change my position? I don't know. I don't know. I have to see how I feel about it. Elder Ezekiel Johnson says the Livingston fighting rep precedes them. I don't think that we have a reputation for getting into physical altercations with people. I don't think that's our reputation. And I haven't had a fight since high school. I don't think. Now, I've been challenged to probably 1.5 million fights. Because, people like to challenge people who they believe that they can beat. And you see a guy who's 5'5" and you're 5'11", automatically you think, I can beat this guy. And how dare somebody that I can physically beat up have the nerve to have an opinion contrary to mine? You won't say it to my face. the same thing can be said by somebody that they're not confident that they could take in a fight, and they just have the debate. Somebody who, that, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, he really skinny, oh, he's really effeminate, oh, he's really short, oh, he's really fat, oh, he's really, oh, I can take that guy, say it to my face. Somebody else, we can have the conversation. So I get challenged to a lot of fights, and I think it throws people off that I don't back down. Because to me, worst case scenario is you kill me. We all gonna die one day, I'd rather die standing up for me. Because again, to me, that's what a fight is. That sound crazy. But to me, that's what a fight is. I'm trying to kill you, you trying to kill me. Otherwise, what's the point in fighting? So, I don't know. I think it throws people off that I don't back down. But again, I haven't had one for a while. I stay kind of ready, even though in my fatness, I have to say I haven't been as ready as maybe I would have hoped to have been. But I'm getting back there. And I was trying to take some boxing lessons. I've never taken boxing lessons. I did wrestling. I've done karate. But I've never taken boxing lessons. And I was talking to the little baby's father, who's a MMA fighter. So I got invited to the gym. I went to the gym, spoke to the guys over there, and they were, trying to get me to train and everything. And I think I'm going to take them up on it. Again, I was trying to get boxing lessons that didn't pan out. It didn't pan out. But I think I'm going to take them up on, they want to train me in, one of them Itsus. I don't know which one it is. One of the Itsus. Jiu-jitsu or something like that. It was training in that, in kickboxing, and in wrestling. Skip the MMA experiment. Why? I went to one lesson. Can I tell you, I did one 30-minute lesson. And the majority of the lesson was us on one knee listening as he, showed us these moves, right? This was it was a full-fledged lesson. So we would be on a knee. He would show us this move. You're going to grab him and then you're going to do this. And then we were teamed up with a partner. And so you would grab the partner and you would, throw him or however it was, trip him or flip him or whatever. And you would do that, maybe 5-10 times in a row. Then we would get down on the knee once we finished. And then he would show us, okay, but if someone does that to you, here is how you respond to that. So then we're going to, do this, and then you're going to grab him here, and then you're going to do this. All right. And then we would do that. So you grab him, he's going to grab you here, and then he's going to do this. Okay. So we would do that to each other. Like, he would do, he would boom 5 times and I would boom 5 times. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then take a knee. And then he would, okay, and then if he does this, then this is the counter for that. You're going to, take that hand and push that, and then we would do that, And it was like 30 minutes of that. So it wasn't a whole lot of physical, I'm not a sweater. I sweat so much. My heart was beating out of my chest. Oh my God, I was so wore out and tired. I was like, oh my God. And they was like, this is the best cardio. And I'm like, bro, you ain't never lied. And most of the time I'm down on one knee. I don't necessarily remember that series of moves. But if I would have kept going, because, you throwing people around, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. He tried to match us up kind of by size. Of course, I was the smallest dude. So I had a dude that was bigger than me. And he felt like he wasn't getting... So I ended up with a big dude. And he actually told, I'm not going to help you do these moves, don't you? You're going to have to actually do it. And I was like, cool. And so maybe that's why I was more tired than probably anybody else. That and I was so out of shape. But, yeah, man, it took everything in me to do every single move. It was wild. But, oh, boy. Brent.
Hey, what's going on, Emanuel?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah, you're talking about your experience trying out for wrestling in high school, was it?
No. I'm talking about not too long ago. This might have been a year ago, year and a half ago, because I know it was before he moved to Houston, because he's an MMA guy. And so he's trying to make it in the MMA world. And he's like, Cincinnati ain't where it is. So he moved to Houston for more opportunities to, fight and be seen and be known. So, yeah, no, but this was about a year and a half maybe ago at a gym it was in Kentucky. I don't know if it was in Covington or Newport. But, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because back when I was in high school, during my freshman year, we had for high school gym and PE, they would pair like two sports together. So you could do like wrestling and I'm guessing basketball or something like that. Or they always did weights and training in basketball to make the black folks run. But they had two sports paired together, and one of them was wrestling.
Okay.
So they weighed us all and everything and got us in there. And back then I was only, maybe 5'4" and a $105 when we went to the scale. So in there, we did all the different techniques in class, and the coach was like, oh, well, look like you got some natural ability. And of course that was from me watching, wrestling. So I knew a lot of the moves and the basic fundamentals.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was just a part of it. So and one of my classmates, he wrestled on the team, and they was like, well, yeah, just come on out tonight at 4:30 or whatever time it was, and you can sit in on the practice and do everything they did. And we started off with first of all, I go in there, and the walls are sweating, and I'm like, what in the world is this? And then we get to doing all the moves and the takedowns and the tosses and the grapples and all that stuff. And then they had us switch over to where we were, freestyle wrestling against other folks there. And one of my other friends was there, and he was way smaller than me. And everybody was sweating so much I couldn't even grab him. And I'm like, what in the world is this mess? And then I get back and changing and everything, and I'm sweating all the way down to my socks. And that's what I made up my mind. Wrestling ain't for me. So I never went back and stuck to baseball.
Okay.
But yeah, no, they just did way too much sweating. And then to find out that them jokers, you have the different weight classes, and they putting on garbage bags to try to make weight, and cups. They chew on, not chewing on, but they had like cough drops and spitting in a cup, because that would save them 8 ounces or so throughout the day. And I'm like, nah, I like to eat too much. I ain't trying to stay in a particular weight class. but yeah, that was just crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah, baseball was the sport for me. I can get around, run around for a little bit, 90 feet at a time. I'm good to go. Because the track coach, which was a family friend, he wanted me to come out for track, which ran concurrently. Well, no, it ran concurrently with baseball. He's like, yeah, you still do baseball, but you can do track too. They even made the people who ran the 100. He had a 5-mile loop that he had them jokers running. And
So he wanted you on the cross country team.
No, this was just a track team.
Oh.
So even the folks who only ran the 100 and the 200, yeah, you started off running that 5-mile loop too. And they were all, because they called him Speedy Hickman, Coach Lindsey Hickman, and he had a scholarship to run track and do art at the University of Missouri. He's a real good guy. I always thought he was always so angry. But I didn't find out until later on the reason why he was angry, because the white administration was screwing over the track team, and he would always be scrounging around for money to get them back and forth to the different track meets, only to find out later on they said, oh, yeah, we did have some money available. So it wasn't until I went to Tuskegee and came back, and back then you could just walk into a school, and I went to sit in the back of his class, and I'm sitting back there, and he's teaching, and his teacher's like, now you know what I'm talking about, don't you? I was like, oh, yes.
What year did you graduate?
I graduated in high school at 90.
Okay.
So, yeah. But he knew all the hiding spots and everything, where people would hide or try to take shortcuts, and he'd be right there. And don't try to run from him, because remember, he's a former track. He had a scholarship to run track. So, and we called him No Neck Hickman because he didn't have a neck. He's only about 5, 6 or so. But you did not mess with Coach Hickman, and he knew my mom too. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to get away with nothing. So I'm like, yeah, I'll stick to this baseball. And thank you, Coach Hickman, but no, thank you.
So,
but he was good guy, great baritone voice too. Church choir, a whole 9 yards. But he was a good guy. And he eventually became a mentor after I got out of high school.
So I'm playing this out, and that means you were at Tuskegee while I was at Alabama State.
Oh, see, that's why I hate you so much.
And we used to whoop y'all in that Turkey Day Classic at Crampton Bowl.
It ain't happening like that. Yeah, and then y'all tried to get all snooty and say y'all didn't want to play us, and y'all was getting y'all tail whooped trying to make the Division II.
I was gone by then.
Making it, then y'all got.
I was gone by then.
Y'all got smart. Y'all got smart and finally came back home. So y'all get whooped in the Turkey Day Classic. But that's the one thing I used to love about it, because the only time you would see Tuskegee and Alabama State on ESPN was on Thanksgiving, because at that time, that was the only football game on, or they'd show highlights. So that was the only time you ever saw highlights of any HBCU games back in the day. So, but I'm glad things have changed now with what HBCU Go and the Griot and everything, where you can see practically everything. And even during Black History Month, I was watching the SWAC finals of women's bowling between Southern and Grambling. And that was something interesting. I did not expect to see that on ESPN, but
well, all praises to Deion Sanders. If it wasn't for Deion Sanders, it wouldn't be no black colleges.
Nope, wouldn't be none at all.
Nope.
And if it wasn't for Deion Sanders, there wouldn't be no black college. Well, if it was for Deion Sanders, if he had his way, Jackson State wouldn't have been a black college. He was trying to pull them out of the SWAC and get them in one of the other conferences, which is why he had to go, because the administration like, no, we SWAC. And that's why that one coach was pissed at him. He's like, yeah, Deion ain't SWAC, I'm SWAC.
Yeah.
And he was right.
He was right.
Deion was about Deion and had bigger aspirations, and he should have known that coming in. But
that was Alabama State's coach, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. Well, something good did come out of Alabama State.
All right, Brent. Hey, thanks for calling.
All right, take it easy.
All right. All right. Hey, y'all, I got to get out of here. Oh, okay. Just nobody said candy corn. I don't care what y'all say. Candy corn is still delicious. Nobody said candy corn. Trying to think what else. Nobody said the liquor stick and the fun dip. Them was some good candy. The fun dip with the stick, that was some good candy. Came with 2 flavors, the 2 sticks. You could, dip the stick into the little candy and lick it off and then eat the stick. It was delicious. Who eats candy corn? Might as well eat the wax vampire teeth. Chelsea says, somebody said fun dip. Okay, I missed it. I didn't see fun dip, I guess I should say. Okay. I saw somebody say the Razzies or Razzles or whatever they are. Cindy talking about jelly beans, specifically popcorn jelly belly. Those are the worst. Almost all of them, but the popcorn. If you want something that tastes like popcorn, eat some popcorn. You gonna dip what? Lick it off? Stop it. Actually, I think I got some of that upstairs. I bought some for the little baby, and she didn't really like it. So it's sitting up there, and, I think I've outgrown it, but I eat it every once in a while. The worst candy is candy corn. Candy corn is good. I still like the candy sticks. Yes, Alexander the grapes were good. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Baby Bottle Pop was my favorite newer age candy. I don't even know what that is. But, okay, that's all I can think of right now. But I did like candy. Johnny Appleseeds. I remember those. They was okay. The puff peanuts are way worse than candy corn. I didn't dislike the little peanut things, the orange little peanuts. I couldn't eat too many of them, but I didn't dislike them. Sunflower seeds is not a candy, Bonita. Cherry Changs and Lemon Heads. Okay. Both of those was okay. Swedish Fish, no doubt. Swedish Fish are still good. They used to, I always tell this, they used to sell these licorice laces, but they wasn't like the licorice laces right now. I don't know how to describe it. The licorice laces right now taste like, feel like, have the consistency of like Twizzlers. But they had these licorice laces that were much stiffer, and they tasted so much better. And I used to go, even when my kids was born, and my kids remember this. When I worked at, where did I work at with you, Scott? Copass. John Morrell. It's now Smithfield. Even then, I used to go to the mall, Tri-County Mall. They had on the second floor, they had a candy store. It was as you come out of, was that J.C. Penney? As you come out of J.C. Penney, it was just off to the side. And I used to go in and I used to buy, and I used to ask how much of this do you have? And he'd be like, no, you ain't got none in the back. Oh, yeah, we got some in the back. Bring me everything that you have. And I would buy them all. And they would be in boxes. And I would buy all of it. And I used to just sit and eat those laces. I used to eat them while I was at work. You just put them in your pocket, roll them up, put them in your pocket, and then, put it in your mouth, and you can just chew on them until the lace is gone. And you had to chew them. You had to chew them. And I would sit and play video games and eat them. I used to love those things. Can't find them nowhere. They don't exist anywhere. I guess whoever was the manufacturer of that particular candy stopped making it. But those licorice laces were the best. Now you got jokes. Okay. All right. I see the side of the family got you on here. That's what happened to your teeth. No, my teeth are just like this. My teeth are just like this. I don't think they're necessarily that bad. Bottle caps was okay. Bottle caps was okay. I can't believe both Forest Fair Mall, Cincinnati Mills, and Tri-County Mall are no more. Probably died from sugar diabetes. Just because you make candy don't mean you got to eat it all the way. Tanika's still talking about them daggone Boston baked beans. Didn't we come to the conclusion that normal people don't like Boston baked beans? People like Twin like Boston baked beans. He's not normal. Yeah, I got to get out of here. Try Cracker Barrel. They sell the old candies. Yeah, I've look, trust me, everywhere I go, I've looked for them. They don't sell them anymore. Even when we go out the country, I look for them. They don't make them anymore. They just don't make them anymore. We can thank online shopping for the loss of all the shopping malls. And ridiculous rules at shopping malls have something to do with the loss of shopping malls. Normal people don't walk around with licorice laces in their pockets. Okay, you might have a point there. You sound so sad. I am, because I think about them every once in a while, like, oh man, I could really eat some of those. They would be perfect right now. When I'm sitting, because I still play video games. Not a lot, but every once in a while I get an opportunity to sit down, and I play old video games because I haven't bought a video game for a long time. I have a Xbox One. I have an Xbox One. But the games that I play are from Xbox 360. So I play this boxing game. I can't remember. Fight Night Champion. I'm still playing that. What's the last video game that you played? Fight Night Champion. From Xbox 360. I play it on the hardest setting. And I play it. I always try to beat Muhammad Ali with the worst boxer. Tyson is in that one. Yes. You might as well be playing Atari. If I could find me an Atari, like if I could find a good Atari 5600. 5600 didn't have great games, or if I could find a good ColecoVision, play some Donkey Kong on ColecoVision, I would still do it. I mean, I'm sure I can. They be asking for too much money for stuff like that. And I don't like I'm not going to go out and spend no lot of money on one of them things where they kind of clone the games and all of that kind of stuff. It's just something I think about. I'm not a big gamer. Like when I stopped watching the NFL, I stopped playing NFL games because I was like, I don't want to support them. I don't want to support them at all. Emulator, thank you. I don't want to buy one of those. I don't want to support the NFL by buying a video game. Brent says, you can buy Atari and ColecoVision game sets at Walmart. I have an Atari that plugs into the AV port. Yes, but it's, at least for me, I'm looking right now, an Atari Flashback 4. Literally right there on the shelf behind the workout equipment. If I took 30 seconds, I could go over there and grab it. But I don't like those. If I'm going to play it, I want to play the original. Which sounds ridiculous, because it kind of is. But, again, I have one. I have an Atari right there, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Crystal says, can you not see my post? What did you post, Crystal? It's a lot of posts coming up, and I'm kind of talking and doing stuff. What did you post? Let me look back. I can look back. Hold on. Crystal. Do you use the Kinect? No. No. I play Tempo on my daughter's Switch from time to time. I do still have a Nintendo Wii. Every once in a blue moon, I'll bowl or golf or something like that. It's every once in a blue moon. I had a hard time getting into video games after a certain point because I kept choosing the wrong console. Like when it was Nintendo versus Sega Genesis, I chose Sega Genesis. Nintendo blew up. Sega Genesis fell off. It was Sony PlayStation versus Nintendo 64. I chose Nintendo 64. PlayStation took off. I always chose the wrong system. What was it? Xbox versus, I think, Sony PlayStation 2. I chose Xbox. I always picked the wrong one. I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh, but you get that from your mama. That's why y'all had Betamax. Hey, wasn't nothing wrong with Betamax. She did choose Beta instead of VHS. I remember that. Oh. That's true. Oh, Nat says your son plays games on his Oculus. I've been talking about it for a minute, getting me an Oculus, the latest one, whichever one is the latest one that they had, the 2 or the 3, Quest 3 or whatever the latest one is, where you can map out your surroundings and do, the immersion stuff. I've been thinking about it for a minute. And I'll tell you, a couple of years ago on Christmas, we went over to my brother's house. My baby brother. We went over to my brother's house, and his son had the Oculus thing, and I tried it, and I was walking. I don't know why I close my eyes when I do that, because I don't know. But I was walking the little plank, and, your brain kind of tricks you. At no point did I not know that I was wearing the thing. At no point did I not know that this ain't real. But I'm sitting there teetering on the plank, trying to walk out to the edge, and I kind of fell off, and I really felt like I was about to fall. Now, I didn't fall, but I understand them things are so immersive, you can lose, like when you see people like diving, and like they dive into the ground and, you know, they punch the TV or something like that. That stuff if you allow yourself, you can get lost in that world. So I really am thinking about getting one. LaDon said it's a trip playing those things. It is. Because again, you know it ain't real. You know it ain't real. But you like, whoa, I'm about to fall. Oh, because what you're seeing don't match up to what you know. It's crazy. But it's also fun. And so I was thinking about getting one for fun. But also, you know, they got a lot of the fitness games on it. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I could get in there and do some boxing and, you know, do the Beat Saber or whatever the thing is and get a nice little cardio workout playing video games. It's something I'm thinking about still. But of course, you know, you got that one. And then you got Apple. I don't want to choose the wrong one. But I ain't got thousands of dollars to pay for an Apple, what is it, Apple Vision Pro? I don't have Apple Vision Pro money. LaDonna say I ran into a wall. I could see that, for real. I could see that. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I said it was going to be a short show. And y'all made a liar out of me. So I appreciate all y'all hanging out with me. I don't know what the day looks like out here. But whatever it looks like, if you get out in it, enjoy yourself, be safe, and take care of each other. As always, be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time. I'm out, y'all. Peace.